to my habitat. Today we're going to be sowing some tea flowers. Let's get into it. We have 4 different types of tea plants here, or plants that could be used to make tea. One of them we're actually not sowing today, but I do want to talk about because it's my favorite one to grow for tea, and that's chamomile. Super easy, and you also don't need to do a lot with it. It can tolerate a little bit of drought, doesn't need necessarily a really rich soil, and it produces like mad. I grew these in fabric pots the last 2 years, and they perform beautifully for me. Great flower to grow. The seeds we're actually going to be putting into soil today, number 1, lavender. This is just some basic English lavender, and I use the flowers just to steep them in tea, fresh, really delicious, simple, and it also knocks you out at night. If you mix it in with the chamomile, you can make a really easy, really delicious blend, maybe a little bit of honey or sugar in there, and it's beautiful. So I'm going to be planting 5 lavender plants. Also a beautiful plant, really all these plants can be put into the landscape and they work beautiful there as well. Next one, Anna's hyssop, beautiful plant, grows tall, blue flowers, great for picking too, for bouquets. Kind of like your all-encompassing plant. Bees love this. It always had a few flowers on it, and there was always a bee out there whenever I was there. And I didn't see many bees last year, simply because I'm in a subdivision and we don't get a lot of wildlife, but there was always something around this plant. And the final one, Agastache Navajo Sunset. Love this plant. Smells amazing, tastes great in teas. For landscape purposes only, it produces all year round. It just kept going and going and going. Even whenever I thought it was done, it still pushed out more flowers. I didn't have to deadhead it at all. And in fact, the kind of seed heads were very kind of fluffy and light and airy and were really charming to have in the garden. So like a must-grow plant in any way you want to put it. I will be planting 4 of each of the Agastache and hyssop. First things first, I need to moisten my soil and load up all of my pots. So 5 pots of lavender, 4 seeds in each. Let's get to it. Next one we're going to do is the hyssop, and it's the same thing, 4 seeds per pot. Now I will say, hyssop grows like a weed. Like, it is the easiest thing to grow. Just keep it there. For the Agastache, the first thing I'm going to do is pat down the soil of the 4 pots that they're going to go in, just so it's a little bit more firmer than the other ones. Now, they need light to germinate. You can do that a few ways. What I'm gonna do today is sprinkle the seed on top and kind of press them in gently with my fingers. And then I'm gonna cover with a piece of plastic, put them underneath the grow lights, and that'll be that. Of course, water in between there. Now, if you want to do it a little bit easier, make life a little bit easier, you can use vermiculite. Once you put down the seeds, sprinkle a thin layer of that on top, and that will help light kind of get through to your seeds while keeping the soil moist, so you don't have to worry about them drying out as much. Those are the 2 options. I'm going to be doing what I do because I don't have any on hand right now. Last and not least, it's a name so I know what's in that row. Oh, watering my seeds, my seeds, my seeds, watering my seeds all day long. I'm gonna just reuse some of my saran wrap, reduce, reuse, recycle, that I used for my peppers earlier this season. Now I'll be putting these on top of a heat mat just to help them germinate and get them nice and toasty, because we are in a basement and it does stay a little bit cooler than the rest of the house. So a heat mat always aids in germination. But once they're actually up and have some true leaves, I'll probably take them out, and we'll probably be back actually at that time to separate the plants. So thank you guys for watching. Till next time, stay planting.